studio, Rangi Coleman, Hawera BizLink spokesperson and the coordinator there. Morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody.
I must say, you are a dapper dresser.
Oh, well, thank you. And
Yes.
thankfully, radio is not a visual medium. Otherwise, people might think you're lying a little bit. But
Well, you can see him in an hour's time and you'll know that I'm telling the truth. 'Cause he'll be in the office.
face for radio, as they used to say. Yes, interesting that the weather's taken a bit of a turn, and we're crossing our fingers because actually we do like to have events here in Hawera. It's good to stimulate the local economy by having the AMP show in town over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
And
Just quietly, while we're talking about weather, there's an eclipse on today.
Very good. I was going to say good spotting, but no, that's good that you're aware of it. And I understand you've put the request in for the weather gods, and the weather's going to be sensational for the Christmas parade.
Absolutely. It's always sensational here in Hawera during the AMP Spring Show. Actually, I must admit I have had a few words from a couple of the executives on BizLink Hawera who were saying the very first time they went to an AMP show, because they're not from here, it was actually raining cats and dogs that day, and they had to wear their gumboots, and they were saying to me, the Spring Show, are you sure you're allowed to call it the Spring Show here in New Zealand? And I was saying, look, all you have to do is think positive and it will all happen for you. So, yeah, get out there and support our local events.
All right, Rangi, what are the topics today?
Well, I was going to talk Royals, since that seems to be the big topic of the day.
I know. Are you a bit of a Republican or a monarchist?
Oh, I'm going to sit on the fence today, Brian. Yes. No, I do have kind of a foot in each camp, so which means I'm a fence sitter on that particular subject. But I did think, if the Royals came to Hawera,
Yes.
and the first thing they wanted to do was walk around the town, and they saw the beautiful aesthetics of Hawera, how would we as an association be able to present that? And one of the ideas that BizLink Hawera, one of the programs that they support for the look of the town is, of course, the Adopt a Building scheme. So I want to talk about that this morning and how people can get involved.
Good segue. I like it. Go
Yes, we're full of segues. So basically, it's a well-known fact, probably not more to me than the experts who do the surveys, but physicality or the physical look of buildings, of course, play a huge impact on how people shop, what their shopping trends are. So part of that whole thought process is put into the scheme called Adopt a Building. And whilst Hawera already has lots of great things as far as pavings and trees and great looking pavements inside the town square, there's always an opportunity to improve on those things, and the Adopt a Building scheme allows business owners to do that, to spruce up their buildings somewhat, and BizLink Hawera actually provide some of the mechanisms for business owners to do that. So essentially the program is designed to improve the physical appearance of the buildings in town. So if His Royal Highness and the Royal Party were to take a wee bit of a trip up the middle of High Street, at least we'd have a nice looking facility for them to come and visit here in Hawera.
Hey, just before we go to the break, and stay with me for a few minutes, how do people get that info? Can they contact you, or do they have to contact the council?
Well, they can actually contact BizLink Hawera down at our office at 9 Union Street, and the phone number down there is 278-4162. And we're also providing information about the involvement of the South Taranaki District Council as well. But basically, if people want to find out more information, the basic details are down at our office, so give us a call.
All right, it's 10 minutes past 8, my guess. 13 minutes past 8. Here with the coast, my guest is Rangi Coleman with Hawera BizLink Hawera. He's the coordinator. What's next?
Well, I just want to reiterate the points about the Adopt a Building scheme. Just some of the points for people to remember, that it's a dollar for dollar incentive grant.
That's pretty good.
Yep, and now businesses that participate in the program are eligible for a grant of up to a maximum of $1,000.
That helps, doesn't it?
That does help.
That buys you a lot of paint.
That does. And so what you do is you give us a call down at BizLink Hawera on 278-8796, and we can pass you on the details, help you fill out the application, because part of the actual program entails the town coordinator sitting down with the businesses and going through the whole process, and then putting them in touch with the South Taranaki District Council.
And Rangi, what a difference it makes when a landlord or a business owner takes pride in their premises and spruces it up. It just makes everyone feel better, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So there's what they call the intrinsic payoff, is the feeling really good about your property as a property owner because it looks good, and hopefully that sort of trickles down into the the consumer who comes to visit the actual property or the business.
And we don't have time, but there is a correlation between keeping your premises looking good and bright and clean and doing well in business, isn't there?
Well, absolutely. And the trends are that people still like to go into shops, physically go into a business to buy.
And lighting is very important too.
Yes, there's all those
Don't
psychology around.
Don't skimp on lighting, says Brian, who probably needs to put more lights on in the building. But
well, you probably need to turn the ones on facing me down just a wee bit this morning, Brian. So that's our Adopt a Building scheme. So don't forget, $1 for dollar incentive grant, and you're eligible for up to $1,000.
Right. What else have you got?
Cool. Just the big push, of course, again, for the entry forms for our Santa Parade coming up on Saturday, December the 15th. We've had an excellent response so far. We'd like to get some more entry forms in. Those close on the 30th of November, but keep rolling those entry forms in and those inquiries. The theme for our parade floats this year is pretty much a Christmas one, as it would be, but you can include some Disney characters, so get creative and get inventive with those parade float ideas. And also a reminder to get the entry forms in for our kiddies competition, the Dress Your Bike and Scooter up, and we've got some really great prizes to give away.
All right, it's 15 minutes past 8. You're with the Coast. My guest is Rangi Coleman with Hawera Bislink Hawera. It is 20 minutes past 8. You're with the Coast. My guest this morning, Rangi Coleman with Bislink Hawera. He's the coordinator. And I was walking to work this morning, Rangi, at 5 a.m, and I was at Princess Street, and I looked up and I saw the festive lights.
Yes.
And they look great.
They do look great. The ones that have gone up so far, the town is being tricked out at the moment with our Christmas lighting around the CBD and other parts of town, just to get the preparations done for the Christmas season. So those lights have started going up. The boys over at Obertech have started putting those up. And today and tomorrow, I think it is, they're going to be starting to put up the Christmas flags. And we've got a whole set of new ones that the association has purchased, so Hawera can look nice and festive for many Christmas seasons to come. So make sure you toot out to the boys and give them a nice wave if you see them working out and about today or tomorrow. So that's all part of this aesthetics theme that we're talking about this morning with the Adopt a Building scheme. Don't forget, businesses, if you're interested, give us a call down at Bislink Hawera on 278-8796. And just to wrap up again, we're waiting just on confirmation of a couple of the acts for our Christmas parade, but everything seems to be going well with that. So if you'd like to be involved this year, don't forget to give us a call. Email us at office@bislink.co.nz with your entry forms or your entry inquiries. That's all I got for this morning. Hope everyone's going to have a great Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.
I'm still trying to work out whether you're a monarchist or a Republican.
No. I'm still sitting on the fence.
Very skillfully on the razor's edge.
Yes, well, that's a whole different show. If you invite me back to talk about republicanism and, we're all watching, then I'll be happy to come back later.
All right, thank you very much, Rangi Cole.